All right, what we're watching here is a press conference getting ready to begin with attorney Benjamin Crump. He is representing the 14-year-old girl killed by Los Angeles police during a shooting inside the Burlington coat factory a few days ago. As you can see there is a picture of that 14-year-old. They are set up outside of the Los Angeles Police Department headquarters right now. The press conference is moments away from getting underway. Obviously, you can see supporters and perhaps family members there standing alongside Benjamin Crump as they get ready for this press conference to begin. Now, this shooting has led to a lot of criticism, wondering if police were justified in using deadly force. We know that Los Angeles police recently released body cam footage as well as other video showing the moments leading up to that. We see the family and Benjamin Crump coming up to the mic right now. Let's listen in.
You can get really close to the mics, please.
Okay. Good morning. I'm attorney Ben Crump, along with attorney Chris O'Neill. We have the pleasure of working with a great law firm of Panish, Boyle, Shea, Boyle, and Robert Pooty in representing some very special people who you're going to hear from today. Also present with us is attorney Rahul Pavaputi, as well as attorney Paul Traynor, as well as attorney Erica Contreras, and a whole team that are dedicated to making sure that we get justice for Valentina.
Amen. Right.
Amen.
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 You have her aunt Esther Carr here. You also have her parents, who you're going to hear from, Mr. Juan Pablo, who flew in from Chile, and you're going to hear from her mother, Soledad, who was with her praying the moment she was hit with the bullet. Today, the parents wanted to come and tell the world who their daughter Valentina was. We will get to talk later about what things could have been done to prevent this innocent princess from being taken from this earth far too soon. They want you to know that Valentina was beautiful, intelligent, and had the whole world ahead of her. She made exceptional grades at an English-speaking school, even though English was not her native tongue. She had dreams. Her father wanted people to know about her dreams. She dreamed of being an engineer, working in technology, helping build robots to make the world a better place. She had dreams to go to a Los Angeles Lakers game with her father and see LeBron James. They talked about one day they were going to go to a Laker game. But her most important dream as all of her family members have articulated, was to become an American citizen. And tragically, that would never happen. She was just talking to her mother today as they were going shopping, how proud she was that she had passed the math and the physics exam. And her principal even contacted the parents to talk about how special she was. And we'll share that with you, because never should this 14-year-old little girl ended up as collateral damage at a shopping plaza. They came to America from Chile to get away from violence and injustice, to have a better life in America. As her Aunt Esther says, they can't believe this happened in America. And so her mother and father are going to tell you from their heart, as best they can, who she was, that her life mattered. Erica is going to translate. They are going to speak in Spanish, and Erica will translate in English. And this is very emotional, and so please bear with them as they bear their heart at this holiday season. And right now, you're going to hear from an incredible lawyer, but an even better human being, who I am proud to work with representing this family, Attorney Ruha Ravipudi.
Thank you, Ben. Just very briefly, Rahul Ravipudi, Panish Shea Boyle Ravipudi. We have the privilege and honor of representing the family, and today is not about what's going to happen next. Today is about what the family is going through, and hearing from Mom and Dad right now about that. As the days go on, you'll hear from Ben Crump, me, Paul Trina, Erica Contreras, and others on the legal team about all of the next steps. Thank you.